Today we are going to be doing our summer haul, unboxing, and a little bit of a review. Obviously, we haven't spent a lot of time with the items that we'll be talking about today to give you a thorough review, but I definitely have dabbled in trying some of these items. Probably most this time around have been gifted to me. There may be some that I may have purchased myself. Hey there and welcome back, and if you are new here, welcome. My name is Paola of PaolaPonceNails.com, your source for all things premium soft gels and entrepreneurship in the nail industry. If this sounds like a niche you'd like to continue growing in, then at the end of this video, do consider subscribing to this channel and our weekly newsletter. Let's begin. So first things first, why don't we start with Kokoist releases? They just had a brand new release of Nail Thoughts colors and also Kokoist colors. We also just got in the mail, like it's still warm because it's super hot out there, the new Kokoist magnet, which is supposed to be like super duper powerful. I have not tried it. I literally am opening it up with you. Again, this is Kokoist's newest magnet. They've had a couple, but I guess we want it stronger, right? If I can get it out of here, because this is necessary. So it's quite a heavy magnet. I think there's 2 pieces in here, and that might be what makes it really, really strong. But yeah, pretty cool, right? A little cushion cover for it. So it's now available, and again, it should be very strong for you to use with any or all of your magnets. Now I am curious because one of the things that we will be talking about today product wise are the new releases, and they are magnet gels. And I'm just curious, is it me because I don't see clients back to back, right? I just play with things, or I use them on my models or in my education. But are you enjoying the magnet drops? Like that's all we've been getting lately from Kokoist and other brands, or do you miss color collections? Because at this point I'm starting to really miss color collections, and especially the kind in the pods. As you know, that's like where my heart is, you know, my niche and what I like to encourage students and community members to use, but you let me know. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into this Kokoist magnet release. So again, this is a magnet gel. It's in bottled form, obviously makes application easier when things are in a bottle. Let's take a look. These shades are kind of interesting. They're kind of like a sandy brown, kind of like mud water almost to me, but here it is. What do you think of that? It's not even an undertone. I do think it overtakes or overpowers the color a bit, so you'll just have to decide if this is your vibe. A little sandy tone, they all have it. So again, this is called the YUME collection, and we have YUME green, YUME pink. You see, now the magnet particle on these moves slow, even with their strongest magnet. Okay, it does kind of move bit slower. So it's not you, it's this particular gel. There it is. This is YUME apricot, a YUME blue. You let me know if you see anything that you like in here. And again, let me know in the comments. I'm really, really curious. Are you enjoying all the brands, different brands drops on magnet gels, or are you like missing colors, or even colors that have glitter or shimmer, like those sort of collections? Because I feel like we've been doing like 2 years of like magnet gel back to back, but hey, it must be a vibe and popular. So yeah, I just want to know, because obviously companies wouldn't keep doing these, right, if they were not a thing among users. So there you go. That's the YUME collection. 6 new magnetic gels with that kind of like sandy brown undertone, newest release by Kokoist. Now, as you know, Kokoist has a collaboration with my girl, Katie Masters, aka Nail Thoughts, and they outdid themselves here. 12 new, you guessed it, magnetic gels for the Nail Thoughts collection. Now, I am curious if these are going to be limited time, or are they here to stay or slay? whichever you choose. All right, before we get into these shades, I want to show you also an additional new drop by the Nail Dots collaboration with Kokoist. And that is the Chrome It gel. I'm pretty set on the chrome things that I already have. If I want something raised, I'm gonna use non-wipe accessory bond in the different colors. If I just want like a clear burnishing, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Presto top gel. I'm pretty set with my options. So this would be something for you to try and kind of keep me posted. We will have a little giveaway at the end, so stick around so that you get the details of that. So yes, 3 new chrome gels. We have clear, ivory, and black. Okay, so I will show you. So this is Chrome It Ivory. So it's like a white. I thought it was gonna be a little more beige, but it's white, kind of pink. A white kind of pink gel. And then the consistency of the black, these are all very thin viscosity, by the way. Very pigmented black. Very good. Yeah, in addition to that, I am excited about this little palette here. How fun is that? So rather than having loose pigment for your chrome, you now have this press powder palette. Let me see if I can turn that off a little bit. Yep, there we go. And these are all the classics in chromes. So if you've been around for a while in the industry, as I have, you will know that these, we kind of come back to these over and over again. And yeah, so I will tell you, that's like the unicorn silver. I want to say this is just what you see there. This is also going to be kind of unicorny, but without the opacity of that gray there. Gold and then rose gold. Okay, so kind of your classics so that you have them all in one palette. Press powders are really cool in that regard that they keep things neat. But I will be selective about my particular chrome, even though this is super convenient, because there are some chrome pigments that are in little jars, right? They're loose, but I just like that shade of gold or that shade of unicorn color, or even the rose gold. So I will definitely keep this handy just in case. I'm going to take a short break from editing the video to ask if you have already downloaded my free gel nail ebook. It's called Gel Nails 101. Learn any gel nail in the market, regardless of what new trendy, catchy name comes along. Because in reality, there's only 2 types of gel, but I'll break down what they are and the different trendy names that they go by, as well as why for 10 years I have mastered the use of soft gel for all of my clients and all natural nail lengths. You can find it linked down in the description box below. Gel Nails 101. Now let's get back to the video. All right, let's move on to this collection. So this is, again, by the collaboration Nail Dots with Kokoist, and we have 12 magnetic gels. 12, okay? So this is why I'm curious about like how you are feeling about magnetic gel. Like, do we still want it? Do we still want more rounds at magnetic gel? Or are we done? 12 of these. I'll go ahead and show you what this beautiful box looks like. And the packaging for this one is just gorgeous. So, as you know, Kokoist gels are made in Japan. So they are made in Japan, bottled in the USA. How cute is this? And as far as I'm concerned, your collection does come with a sticker sheet here. How pretty is that? So cute. Like, I've been wanting to peel one of these things off, but if I'm gonna gift this to someone, I don't want to ruin it for anyone. Like, I'm gonna be kind of greedy, right? And take some of these stickers, and I want the person who receives this to enjoy it thoroughly. So I think I'm going to just hang on tight and like not peel one of those off. So here's one, and this is Sakura Stroll. There you go. Kind of like a fuchsia pink in a way, kind of dull, muted. It's always hard to, for me at least, to describe colors. Tokyo Tower. This is more of a pinky red. Let's see. Ooh, little apricot kind of orange. This one's pretty. And what I like about these colors is that even though they are varying tones, bright shades. They are pretty easy to wear. There's nothing that gets too bright, it's too whatever it may be. Okay, green, again, kind of like a foresty, more mellow green. That's Kyoto matcha, yum, matcha. All right, this one is Yuzu Road, so should be kind of okay, a little orangey. And so that was the first 6 colors, and then the other 6, so we have, trying to keep things in order as much as possible, so that may or may not be possible. So 6, look at that. This is called Gachapon Hall, and this is Okinawa Beach. Nice blue there, sky blue. We have Mount Fuji, kind of a teal, and Hakone Hot Springs. Here we are. Now these obviously do come in a different bottle. It's got more in there. So this is 12 milliliters. I think everything else is from the Nail Thoughts collection is 10 milliliters. So you get 2 more here. Shibuya Crossing, the iconic Shibuya Crossing, kind of a lavender. How fun is it to name these? And last but not least, we have Nagano Grape. And there you are. All right, so we're putting these back. So that's the 12 shades from the new release from Nail Thoughts. Again, magnet gels. Very fun to use. I mean, I can even show you, I think, while we have it on the bottle, we can use the power magnet here. Do you see how it shifts? Isn't that cool? There you are. So when you shift this, I would say the undertone of that magnet gel is kind of white, not too gray. Even if it is a little gray, it just kind of seems to be a little more white than gray. Sometimes the gray in magnet gels is very pronounced, but these are very subtle. Let's move on to, this is Syllaboo's Gel Monster collection. I guess they lead with the fact that they are vegan. And what's really cool is that they have these little cards there. And yeah, so they are vegan, HEMA-free, cruelty-free, non-toxic. And the little card is almost like one of like those Pokemon cards. I vaguely remember when I was a child having Pokemon cards. But anyways, these here will tell you the viscosity and the opacity of the gel. Now it also says retention. And to me that's interesting because retention has to do with base or foundation gel on the natural nail, not necessarily the color. So this is Electra Gel Monster line by Syllaboo. This is particularly their own product line. Here's the base gel. Let's read about it. It says trainer will and the viscosity is 3 lightning rays there, and the retention is 5 stars. Very okay. Look at this. The gel, it has a nice viscosity to it. It's not super viscous. It could be a very nice base gel for just a sort of like thin but reinforced gel nail application. So for any clients who want a solid color, just short nail mani, this could be fantastic. The colors are really pigmented. So let's take a look at another one here. For me. Reminds me of Furby. So this one says viscosity is a 4-star, opacity is high, so very pigmented, and then the retention. So let's check that out. Oh yeah, it's a little more creamy, this one. A little more creamy, definitely very opaque. So that's pretty cool that the cards sort of tell you what to expect in the color. That's really fun and really helpful for an artist. Now I'm curious how you would go ahead and store these? Would you store this somehow, some way, like on a shelf with the card behind it so that you know what to expect? Or would you put these in an album yourself and then have a client go through them and decide what kind of color they want? Because that can get to be a little overwhelming if they don't know what the color looks like, right? Now these, again, made in Korea, these are 10 grams, it says. So they are the same capacity here. Let's take a look at another one. Look, here is white. Here's that fun little card. The viscosity is high. The opacity of the gel is high also. And again, it says retention. Let's take a look. So it should feel creamy like the other one. Oh yeah, such an intense white. So if you're in the market for a good white, this could be it for you. Let's just go over some of the names as these are quite funny. So this is Cosmeow, and it tells you here that it is a light cream pink. Very cool. So I think like if you're shopping around, this could be really good, right? Like if you get to read what this color is. This is Psychit, and it's light pink. This one is Midnight, and it is a true black. This is Sakura Cat, and it is a flamingo pink. Pearl, and it's a baby pink. This is Fly Cat, and it is a cream pink. Dream Meow, and this is a coral pink. As you can see, I went kind of pink with my selection of colors. Earlier we saw Electra, and that's a neon yellow. I think neon yellows can be really fun, especially in the summer. I'm losing my boldness though. I thought maybe I would use it, but I'm like, I'm not sure now. All right, mauve pink was Fermi, and then white was Super White. White spell like that. So again, very fun. Their top gel is called Healer Gia, and that the viscosity of this is 3-star. So Trainer Will is your base coat, and then Healer Gia is your top coat. I think it's fun. You tell me how you feel about these products. And then again, I like the consistency of them. The colors, I can think they can be really pigmented. The bottles feel light on your hand. So sometimes when you're holding the bottle and you're painting, your fingers can kind of feel strained. I'll tell you that the bottles feel very, very light. All right, that's Gel Monster by NAILABO. One of, if not the biggest Korean gel distributor in the US or North America. Okay, from here, I want to go to Isochrome. Isochrome was developed by one of our peers, and her name is Reina of REIREISHNAILART. Sorry if I'm butchering that. So this is Isochrome matte top coat. It's non-wipe and it has a velvet finish, and it's used for chrome. And you might be wondering, why did we need to have this gel, or what's the purpose of this gel? And this is supposed to be a matte gel that is very thin in viscosity, so that when you are burnishing your chrome onto the nails, that you need to isolate the chrome, right? That is why it's called Isochrome. Then your application is very thin. It's not adding more bulk. So this layer is going to cure non-wipe and matte, and you should not struggle with isolating your chrome or isolated chrome designs, which can be very advanced. And this should be very, very helpful. So again, this is just a cool little release from Reina of REIREISHNAILART. Next up, so I think I told you in one of our last videos that I got to attend the Premiere Orlando show a couple weeks, maybe a month ago now. So fun. I've actually never, well, I had been to Florida before, but none of the fun cities. And I thought, what better opportunity than to attend the highly regarded beauty show there, Premiere Orlando. It's supposed to be one of the biggest beauty shows in the US with over like 50,000 attendees. So I was like, let's do it. I've been thinking about the show for about 10 years now, so it's never too late to attend, and I gotta tell you, it did not disappoint. One of the brands that were there is Enroll and Emina, or Emina. And what's really cool is that these are Japanese gel brands, so it was good to see some other Japanese gel brands kind of coming into the US, and yeah, bringing Japanese gels to the US. As you can see here, we are potted gel. Yay! So these are syrup gels, and the reason why I wanted to get these particular ones, I got to split half of the collection with Katie Dutra, and the reason why I wanted to try this is because I've never seen potted syrup gels, and syrup gels are very translucent, like glassy kind of jelly gels that you can like see through. And I was like, you know what, these are so fun, let's try those. So we'll check out the colors in just a minute. And then Amina gel, this is like a 3D gel. So if you are like familiar with Kokoist boba gel, this is a boba gel with like glitter in it, which is so fun. So I won't go in order, I always mess up the order anyways, but here we are. This one is 35. Let's see how many milligrams. 3 grams, I should say. 3 grams of gel in this. Look at that. Next up is 34. And I gotta say, I did not buy a whole bunch of things at the show. I'm pretty stocked with what I get from the brands that support our channel. So yeah, and I'm not super artsy, and I'm kind of stuck in my ways when it comes to foundation gels, just because I know what works at this point in my career. And so yeah, so you can see the glassy or the jelly effect here. My favorite color is like orange, peachy coral kind of orange, so I went for most of the oranges. Look at this yellow. Again, it's like a glassy yellow. All right, there we go. I was like, help. This is 33. These we could only purchase in a full collection, so I was happy to be hanging out with Katie Dutra so that she could help me take half on, because I was not ready for a full collection of jelly gels. Okay, what is this here? There we go. It's like a reddish jelly gel. Very fun. Looking forward to doing some things with those. Maybe gifting them to a student, something like that. We do have our Master Gel Nails course going on right now, so I think I'm going to hold off on putting those in the giveaway, and I'm going to give those to students. Okay, Amina. Have not heard of this brand. I may have seen it in Japan when I was there. Not too sure, don't remember. But I did get to use this one on Katie's nails when I got to do them also when I was in Orlando. And again, it's like a thick viscosity boba gel that you can create 3D designs with. It's beautiful accent gel to use on your clients or yourself, on your nail art. It's beautiful. All right, so it's been so fun thus far, everything that I've shown you. We have beautiful colors, beautiful collections, magnetic gels, a lot of nail art in the summer haul. So the brands are definitely trying to pitch creativity, color, vibrancy during this season. So let's move on to one brand that I've been using for quite a while. And I don't use everything as part of this brand, whether it's like their e-file tools or their gels, but I do use select items from them. So NAILLABO is a Japanese gel nail brand with e-file implements and cuticle implements. Like, I've been using their stuff for many years, on and off, because I like to try things, but I do see myself coming back to them often. Like, once I'm done trying things in the world, I would love for them to have like a e-file certification for you guys. I have inquired, so maybe they'll make our dreams come true. Let me know if that's something you're interested in, whether it's a NAILLABO dry e-file manicure certification. That's what I'm interested in hosting and sharing with you. Or if you want to know more about Presto Gel Nail Products, which is also a brand that they own. And Presto and NAILLABO are both Japanese gel nail brands. They are manufactured in Japan. And yeah, we have some really fun things here from NAILLABO. or Presto Nail Labo is more like their, again, dry eval manicure implements, and then Presto's their gel line. So let me show you what came in. All right, and I have some staples. The reason why I come back to Presto is because I do have some things that I use regularly. One of those things you may be familiar is the no wipe top gel. I really like this for my chrome application, both to burnish the gel on there and to seal my chrome, because I can do it with just this gel. So a staple for me. And they do have some new releases. So let's get into the gel. So their gel line is called Presto. And it's gel that cures within the 405 nanometer range of UVA light. That's what they mean by LED gel, okay? Again, as I mentioned, brands are just all in and out with the magnetic gels. This is their latest collection. I want to say that's one coat and that's 2 coats. I might be wrong, but this is their latest magnet gel collection. Look how beautiful the packaging is also. So as you can see, like, brands are upping their packaging game, if you would. Like this box and this box are actually very similar. They open the same way. There's like a magnet latch on the lid there. So these gels, I won't swatch them for you because you already have them here. But this is what they look like. So I'll hold them there if you're interested. The bottles, these are also 10 ml or 0.3 ounces. Okay, so we said 10 ml, and this is also 10 ml. Or yeah, 10 grams, 10 ml. But this bottle is a little heavier than this one. So these are very nice and light. So yeah, packaging is definitely something. These are actually made in China, which I'm actually surprised, because a lot of their gels, their core gels, are made in Japan. So maybe their fun stuff like magnetic gels aren't so. Okay, so now let's move on to the dry manicure, their NAILLABO line, their NAILLABO line, not NAILLABO lamp. So some dry eval manicure tools. Let me show you what those look like. Again, Presto, that's their gel. It's the same company. And then NAILLABO, that is their dry eval tools. So this one here I have used for 10 years. The way you are able to just clean up the cuticle and get close to the skin, it's just beautiful. And then this cylinder, I've also used a cylinder for many years. Not this particular one, but yeah, I think you also need this. This is game changer. And I think it's like a fine grit. And then lastly, this one here. A little diamond flame. They finally have a flame of their own. Finally coated in diamond. I believe NAILLABO, or the Presto brand, is a big dental company in Japan, and Presto and Nail Labo is like little offshoot brands that they have for nails. But yeah, that's all for Presto. Now let's move on to Staleks Pro. So Staleks has been a leader in implement tools, and they are, again, just kind of creating great buzz around their brand. They have beautiful dry eval manicure tools. If you want to go like more advanced into like Russian manicures, or if you just want to keep things simple and efficient, as I like to, either way, these tools are going to help you. You've probably seen them sponsor a couple of our videos. So I'm just very thankful to have the support of a super high-end quality brand like Staleks Pro. So I will show you what's inside this gift, and we'll start with like the little not so fun things, right? So lint-free towelettes, they come in this little box that you can just travel with, pull one up, and usually they don't leak from behind. They're thin but thick at the same time. I think they're like kind of like dually reinforced. Whole array of files, and I'll be honest, these are not the files that I use I've created a video on my favorite files, but I'll tell you a little bit about them since they did send them. All right, so they have this system where you can grab these bases, right? There's a metal one and then a plastic one. And then these also come in like short sizes if you need that. And then they have this mechanism, or they have the donut mechanism where you like pull out a piece of abrasive and then you just put it on or glide it on to one of your tools. What you use is totally up to you. I think that if you are shaping nails, long nails, and need more support, you can go for the metal, but I always use this plastic one to tighten up the sides of the nail. So their PAP-MAM system is their abrasives that you glide on to the base. Okay, so this is one of them, and this is called a soft, and it's dual length, so like this, 180 and 240. So this would be 180, this would be 240, and then it's got this type of tape has a little bit of cushion to it. Again, the PAP-MAM mechanism means you glide it in here like so, or you can use it on one of these bases. Just depends what you opt for. I like the plastic because it's very, very thin, and it allows me to get to the sidewalls of the nail, like the groove, the skin and the nail, that little joint. And yeah, this is a little thicker and you'll feel that it's more cushiony. So this is good for like shaping nails. And again, this is going to be your 180. This is going to be your 180. This is going to be your 240. This one is kind of difficult to get on the side of the nails, but you still can, just not as tightly as this. So again, PAP-MAM, that's their glide on tape like this. The other system that they offer, not my favorite, but they do offer it, is the one where you peel these off and then you stick them to the board of your choosing, and then that's it. You peel them off and you throw them out. Not my favorite, because when you're peeling that off, I feel like the dust just goes airborne really fast. So what's really cool about this disposable things is that you just put it in there, you're done with your client, and then you can just toss that away. Just pay attention to the description of these. Again, this is a mix. Now this one doesn't say it's soft, so this is going to be thin paper. This one says soft, so this is going to be cushiony. This one's not, okay? They do their best to label everything so that whatever you're looking for is, you know, what you find. And my preferred abrasive paper is the one in the plastic case or the donut. And then again, you pull this off and then you just cut it and then you slide it in there. So it's got a little pocket and boom, like I really like this. This is my go-to from Staleks. So that's the abrasives, the nail wipes. They did also send some really cool implements. I'm not a scissors girly, so I would definitely need to either try these on my own or take a training on them. I am a nippers girl through and through, and my preferred size of nippers is a 5mm, that half jaw, and these should be very sharp. You shouldn't have to pull at the skin a lot. Okay, so always good to have new nippers because they do dull out eventually. And we always want to work with sharp tools. Now, cuticle scissors, personally, I think you should only use them if you have training with them, using them. These cuticle scissors are a little different. I know cuticle scissors are very popular in Europe. And then you can see here they have this innovation of a curved tip for when you are nipping the skin. You're not going like straight into the skin. So next up we have these cuticle pushers, and these cuticle pushers are very nice in the sense that they are sharp, like they are very precisely cut, and there's a difference in these two, and I wonder if you can tell. This is the unique gummy style, so you see unique, and that's the numbers that I'm using, 11 and 2, and this is what that end looks like, right? Slanted, good for pushing, and then that little cuticle circular there. I used to think this was a gimmick, but it really is not. It does help you get things done. Now, this is fun because obviously it's kind of like a pen or pencil that has a grip there to kind of help you, you know, not get those calluses on your skin and whatnot on your finger. This is fun. The only thing is that it does attract a lot of dust or lint, and we work in a dusty environment, right? So that can kind of get annoying rather quickly, but I mean, no biggie, right? We will live. I do like this mechanism. This is the unique combo, and look at this. You can literally unscrew and screw back on your desired piece or item right here. Isn't that pretty cool? Pushers, again, very precisely cut, sharp, and again, that little loopy end. Now, I used to think, again, this was a gimmick, but it does work to remove that dry skin. So I was excited about this particular pusher, the combo pusher that allows you to switch off these things, and I'm so glad that they sent it for me to try. Next up from Staleks, we have brushes, which is, I think, a new addition to what they are doing. I will show you what I got and what I'm excited about. I have not gotten to trying them, and it's usually because I don't want to try or ruin brushes, because, you know, if you get gel on them, they can harden, and then you got to clean them if you don't use them like a lot. So let's check them out. So here's the numbers of these brushes. Let's see. I got 7, I got 4, I got 1, and I got 6. Okay, so let's take a look at 7. 7 is their ombre brush. So maybe you are familiar with this type of brush. You basically bring the gel, and the way this is cut allows you to blend the gel as you're bringing it down. Eventually the gel self-levels. That's the ombre or the gradient brush. Looks like they are synthetic nylon. Gel brush number 4. This is a short, thin oval. This could be good for overlaying short nails with like potted gel. It's firm, it has short bristles. So this is probably for like shorter nails, I would say, or maybe even like color, when you're applying color in shorter nails. Next up is the number 1, and this is a liner brush. As you can see, it's not a very long liner, it's not a very short liner, more on the short side. Okay, next up we have number 6, gel brush number 6, and this one caught my attention. So longer bristles but thin, so I'm guessing that it would probably be good for color. Staleks is also known for their quality bits, okay, like super good quality. So you're gonna have some carbides and diamonds when you are shopping Staleks. I do wish they offered ceramics, just because I'm such a ceramic person, ceramic nail tech. But they sent me this one in particular, which I've been all about, and I will show you. So let's start with the diamond bits. We have a ball bit, and this is for exfoliation of the skin, obviously, right? I will tell you that I never really spend time with a ball bit. Maybe if I can heal clients or a model's skin, like by exfoliating that area, maybe, but I personally think that a ball bit is just extra time and resources, and so I don't even bother with a ball bit. If I can't do it all with my diamond cuticle bit, no way, I'm not gonna spend the extra time and money, but that's just me. Okay, the flame bit, again, good quality diamond coating there. The blue is a medium. This one in particular is a little bit dull at the tip so that it's not so sharp. I have tried this one. This one is okay. This right here is what I've enjoyed using for our soft gel overlays. As you know, I'm a soft gel specialist. And when I'm removing my soft gel overlays, this right here is super game changer. Is very gentle. And that's the thing, that the more gentle the product you're using, the more gentle the tools should be. And here is our last haul for today. A super fun one. And this is Ready Juana's, or Ready by April Ryan's products. These are going to be gel products primarily. So just continuing on from the whole bit talk with Staleks. So April Ryan, she's a nail artist who pretty much founded the silicone practice hands that you might be very well aware of, here in the US at least. And she started also curating her own bits and gel nail products. This, I'm telling you, to prep the nail is game changer, because you can use this tool to push back the dry skin and also gently prep the natural nail if you want to avoid like the whole shredding effect of a sanding band. And you can use this multiple times, probably about like 12 times before you need to buy a new one. So I was out of this tool, like I had already worn mine, and I can't even believe it took me this long to reorder, but here we are. This is her cuticle oil. It has 24 karat gold in there, and the smell is very gentle, very subtle, and almost like kind of like strawberries, a little strawberry smell. Next we got the chrome powders, and of course every brand has their own sort of like chrome pigments and powders, but these are really opaque. Like as soon as you glide them or burnish them onto the nail, they take on really good. And I went ahead and used them already with this top gel that we talked about earlier, and very nice. Okay, the next thing that I got was the goddess gels. This was something that April wanted us to showcase and try for ourselves. She and there are different shades of them, of course. I think these are 5-gram jars. All right, next up we have some 3D crystal gel. So this is going to be a thicker viscosity gel for you to adhere rhinestones and whatnot. As you can see, it moves very slowly, if at all. And you can also use this for like 3D line work to embellish with your chrome pigments. That was very fun for me to do. I did try it out. So I just cure for 30 seconds and then burnish it, and it's going to give you beautiful raised art. Bridal pearls. So this is a color gel that goes over your French manicure or any manicure, and it's just kind of a pearly kind of gray glitter, very dense. Here we have the nail art liner brush, very long brush as you can see for crisp line work. The spatula tool, this is going to be good for your acrylic gel. Speaking of which, she did send the clear one here. Acrylic gel is a mix of acrylic and gel. Let's see. Sometimes I just gotta rip through these boxes, unfortunately. Or maybe you like the brutality across the screen. Okay, for me it feels just awful that I have to rip it. Okay, so a good portion here. This is 15 grams. Acrylic gel, again, it's just like this thick viscosity gel because it's got acrylic mixed into it. So if we use that, and then we take our spatula tool, which is what this is for, you can actually poke at it with that little pointed end, or you can just dive in there and grab a little bit. As you can see, acrylic gel is very firm, and this one is very smooth, not super grainy. And yeah, this is for like longer extensions, or if you're like an acrylic specialist or acrylic nail gal or pal, this is great if you want to tone down on the acrylic smell. Like this is for me like new generation acrylic. No monomer, no stinky fumes, all of them. And yeah, you can also use it for nail art. You can also use it for extensions. You can pat it down with alcohol to make it flat. Acrylic gel is a whole different system. It's not like hard gels, not like soft gels, not acrylic. So if you want to learn more about this, then this is something that you need to become specialized at, okay? Just gonna go ahead and dump it right here, but you can see the consistency of it. Very firm, and the way you maneuver it so that it's not sticky on the thing or the brush is by using alcohol. Beautiful packaging here. It is quite large for what it is, because 15 grams is 3 times the amount in these little jars. but the packaging is quite spectacular, which is, I know, a detail that April at Ready cares for a lot. Now, Red Iguana is just going to refer now moving forward to the practice silicone hands, and then her nail products, gel products, acrylic products, all that is going to now be under the Ready brand. So R-E-D-I, Ready. Okay, nail forms. And yes, I was already stocked with nail forms, but I did want to try April's. She was so kind to send these again as a gift for us. She wouldn't take my money. I tried. But yeah, and on top of that, she threw in some additional goodies that she thought would be great to share with you. So thanks, April. All right, so this is a beautiful thing about her forms. So they're very sturdy. And then place this on the back to provide a little more strength. But these are pretty sturdy already, so I'm actually not even gonna do them. But this is so cool. Look at this. You get to cut the form off. It's perforated. So if you want a short extension, all you have to do is trim this off, whether that's with by pulling the form, which I kind of don't like too much because you might mess up the form, but it actually comes off easy. And there you go. And then you can see there how you can create a short nail extension with these little nifty nail forms, which are very sticky, which is good. You want them to be very sticky. And there you are. You see that short form? Or if you keep this on, you can create like a big, long stiletto form. I thought that was clever. And yeah. Next up, I have some foundation gels actually. Base coat, soak off base coat. Non-wipe top gel, and then non-wipe matte. Very cool. So I want to show you this top coat. It's a milky pink top coat. So what's cool is that you often think that you are done when you are finishing nails, right, in clear. Then you move on to color. Well, now you can finish nails in clear and just add this little pinky milky top coat to them. And then boom, like you went from foundation gel, your clear structure gel, to a milky pink top coat and you're done. This is also good if you are doing like gradients or ombres, and then you want that milky pink to create the gradient effect. So pretty cool. Keep this on the side. This matte top coat is non-wipe. So if you're looking for a good non-wipe matte top gel, this is an option here that you have. And let's see what else. Base coat. So this one is a very thin viscosity base coat. So the way this looks like is like this, very thin viscosity, is just there for adhesion. Okay, and this base coat has solvents in it, so this is more of a gel polish base coat. Okay, so if you're a client or you want just like a thin coat manicure, you can use this. Personally, like the industry has moved away from gel polish type base coat because it's not as durable as a structure gel, but in my use it has like different uses. Like I can use this type of base coat when I want a super thin base coat to either go over a design or layering or whatnot. So it has its purpose like that for me. But again, I probably wouldn't use this on clients because I want to give them longer retention. We've all moved away from gel polish kind of base coats. And we moved on to things like this BB Gel Kit, which is the Base and Build Kit by Ready. As you can see, this is the new rebrand. So all of the nail products are going to go from Ready Wanna to Ready. Okay, that would be the new rebrand. And you see the new like aesthetic packaging. I'm a fan. This is currently, like, you guys know I use Nail Thoughts tinted bases. Those still have a place in my heart, but I've tried these and now I cannot untry them. I'm sold. Like, this is it. Like, if you want a variation with your Nail Thoughts bases, like, please try these Ready products. If it matters to you, they are HEMA free. So if you already have an allergic reaction to HEMA, it's the only way you can become allergic to HEMA, overexposure. But if you are already allergic, that would be the case. So what comes in your BB kit is a little empty pot, and you can decant this little guy in there and get the gel. And then it is also recommended that if you want to build with your brush, right, you're not going to just be building with your pot, then you want to switch out the brush from what it comes, because the brush that it comes with is kind of thick, but the one that is provided additionally here is thinner. So if you're going to be building with your bottle builder, switch the brush to this, okay? And if you're not going to be building with your bottle builder and you're just going to be using the pot primarily, then you can just keep this in here. But yeah, it's like a thicker, more bristles and soft brush. Perfect. There you are. And currently there are only 4 shades, but they are some of the most beautiful shades ever. Your classic milky white, and my favorite right now is sweet. I haven't tried these. I almost don't want to because I'm in love with sweet. And I just have a feeling that natural pink and pink are going to be beautiful as well. Last but not least, dual forms. They are super hot right now. And these are going to help you just kind of create nails, the body and the free edge quickly. If you are just starting out with gel nails, I would not want you to start out with dual forms. And I do say that respectfully, and I also say that confidently, because I truly believe that you need to know as a beginner how to overlay, how to structure, how to find long-lasting wear with your applications before you move on to sort of like hacks in the industry. This is going to take time and practice to learn, and I'd rather you learn the fundamentals of gel nails as we teach, for example, in our Master Gel Nails course, than to try to jump into learn these kind of hack, systems. So dual forms, they look funny, don't they look like snails? The nail does not end up this curvy, do not worry. But you just place this, it basically forms the body of the nail for you with a structure gel. And you want to use a hard gel, or you want to use your acrylic gel for these. For shorter nail lengths, you could use also your BB gel, a semi-hard gel. Okay, so it doesn't have any solvents. It's like a pure gel formula. And that semi-hard gel does have viscosity. So for on shorter nail lengths, you could also use the dual forms and your BB gel. Okay, different shapes. This is obviously more of an almond. And then these are your square tips for that gel. So as you can see, they're like very straight, just to correct nails also. I like dual forms for that purpose. And yes, that will conclude our ready and also our entire nail haul. If I'm not missing anything, I think I got everything. Let me know what you liked in the comment section, would you please? That would be very helpful for me to know how to curate other nail hauls. Also, I will be giving away some of these items, so check the description box below for the giveaway link. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, would you do me a favor and give it a thumbs up to boost it up in the algorithm so that I may help more people. And if you need a little more direction in your nail journey, we're currently open for enrollment into the Roadmap course, which is a course with all of the steps to becoming and achieving success as an independent nail tech. And if you want to learn my full professional method of applying gel nails using soft gel only, check out my Master Gel Nails course, where I'll take you step by step into my exact salon application method for monthly wearing gel nails. Both courses are now open for enrollment. Learn more about them and other resources mentioned in this video in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to continue growing with me. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.